delicious Singapore hawker food. Welcome to another top 5 list with Getting Lost. Well, it's time. We are doing now a top 5 prata list in Singapore. Why prata? There's actually a wide variety of different types of prata in Singapore. Like this one here, you can see this. This is the paper prata. So thin that they can actually make it up into like a little mountain here. Or like I said, there's many different types of pratas in Singapore. But the one we're going to do is actually plain prata. So we're going to do a top 5 list for the top 5 best plain pratas in Singapore that I've gone around eating and trying. So what happens is, okay, first of all, prata, if we get it freshly made from the flat pan, it is delicious no matter where you're eating it. It's just that there's a practice nowadays where people will just cook it beforehand, put it in a container, and whilst in the container, it would, when this container is hot, it will start to steam and it starts to become soggy. So lots of time when you go and eat prata, they already prepared it beforehand and put it in a container. And then when you come there, sometimes they just take it out from the container, put it on the plate and just serve it to you. Sometimes they don't even heat it up again for you. So that's why a lot of places sell prata, but the places that I include here in my top 5 list, they make prata fresh to order. And that's why, first of all, the prata is much better. And secondly, the texture of the prata also has a nice bite to it, which is different than a lot of places. So join me after the intro as I reveal to you my top 5 list. Welcome back. So before we get to our top 5 list, we should do our honorable mention. And this brings me to the first place we're going to, which is our first honorable mention. And the name of this place is actually Casuarina Curry. This place is along Casuarina Road, which is parallel to Upper Thomson Road. And this place here is a very popular place for people to come here to eat prata. They sell the usual items. And here are some items they sell. Here is a roti plaster. So basically you have an egg together with prata. A good roti plaster is when you break it open, the yolk is still runny. And you also have plain prata, which is the main subject of all the pratas we are going to look through here today. One thing about this place here, Casuarina Curry, the prices are a bit higher than normal places, and quality wise they are just okay, but price wise they're a bit higher. And this is another favorite they can order, which is called murtabak. It's something like a meat pancake. So you have lots of different items you can have in here. You can have chicken, you can have mutton, you can have beef, and they're all packed inside there. Sometimes you also have onions with egg. And it's a very popular breakfast item or food item to eat at a prata shop. The second honorable mention location is actually here at Tekka Center or Tekka Food Center. And here there are lots and lots of different good food for you to try and eat. And they also sell prata here. And one of the popular prata places here is this shop here called Pratas Saga Sambal Berlada. And here they sell all the different types of pratas and also murtabak. And here this place is very popular. Sometimes they even sold out even before 1 p.m. One thing I don't like about this shop is that they do not prepare the prata fresh as you order it. They actually prepare it beforehand and keep it in a container aside. So a lot of times the prata here is not crispy like this time here I ate. But what this place does very well is their curry sauce. The curry sauce you can add in sambal to it, and somehow if you have vegetable curry together with sambal, it's like a magical concoction when you eat it together with prata. And the prata here, don't get me wrong, it's not crispy, but it still has a very nice white chew texture to it, which you look for when you eat prata. And when you dip it into the curry sauce, somehow the combination with the chewiness of the prata and the curry goes so well together. Totally delicious. And now we are doing our top 5. The top 5 prata, plain prata in Singapore. And we'll start off with this item here, this place here, which is the top 5, number 5 prata in Singapore, which is at Boon Lay Place Foods Village. And here we're going to a store which during the daytime they sell biryani, but night time you see there's a long queue, and the queue is to try their prata. The name of the shop is called Mohamad Ismail Food Store, and here they sell prata. Plain prata, which they cost $1, egg prata $1.50, and as you can see, they cook the prata as per order. And because there's such a long queue for their prata, the prata is always fresh and hot from the flat grill, the flat plate. And here, like you can see them freshly make the prata, fold it, and then put it onto the hot pan to be cooked and to be served to you. So you just queue up in the line, place your order for the prata. The prata was freshly made, and because of that, the prata here is crispy, and they'll serve it together with fish curry, which is a favorite of Singaporeans. Singaporeans love their fish curry to go together with their prata. The prata here is crispy, but the texture wise, for me, I felt it was a bit more flour and not so gooey and chewy as per other prata, but still a very delicious crispy prata. Up next is number 4, the 4th best prata in Singapore, and that will bring us to this place, which is called Toa Payoh Vista Market, and this is in Toa Payoh. And at this food center, we are going to a place that also sells prata, and the name of the place is called Rahmath Cheese Prata, and it's along Toa Payoh Lorong 4. And here is the shop. What I can say about here is, even though there's not a long queue, they make their prata fresh to order. So when you order it, they will start making the prata for you and then cook it for you. So I ordered the plain prata. The plain prata here, crispy outside on the outside, and still has a very nice bite texture to it. And we also eat it together with a fish curry. And underneath, I actually ordered a dessert prata, which is banana and cheese. So the banana and cheese, also a very good dessert prata, crispy on the outside, soft and warm on the inside with sugar, which makes it a very delicious dessert prata. Goes very well. Somehow it goes very well together. Delicious. And they make a good prata here too. We're now doing the number 3 best prata in Singapore. The number 3, top 3. And here, it brings us to Ayer Rajah Food Center. And we are going to Firdaus Prata and Biryani House. At this food center, this place sells very good biryani and also prata. The prata here, first of all, is served with a nice thick vegetable curry. I think it's a chickpea curry. It's spicy and peppery and goes very well with the prata without overpowering the taste of the prata. And first of all, I ordered, of course, the plain prata. And the plain prata has a very nice crispy outer layer, but folded in a way with multiple layers of prata. And this makes this prata itself nice and chewy, and a very nice, great mouth feel when you bite into it. And the prata is also slightly sweet. Then we also have the egg prata. The egg prata, where they actually when they put the egg inside there, the white part of the egg is nice and fluffy, but the egg yolk somehow goes very well with the slightly sweet prata, and it goes well together, and in combination together with a nice thick curry. So the prata, when you dip it into curry, it will somehow the curry itself will stick onto the prata, so that you can get the maximum amount of curry onto the prata, and you put it into your mouth to taste everything together in a beautiful explosion of flavors, curry and prata. And look, here is I show you the different layers of prata that gives it such a nice texture, nice mouthfeel in your mouth. And now number 2, the second best, top 2 best prata in Singapore in my opinion, and that will bring us to the junction of Joo Road and Dunman Road. And this place here is actually a coffee shop, and this coffee shop is right beside Dunman Food Centre. And inside this coffee shop is a prata shop that has recently moved here but was previously from Crane Road. And the name of the shop is called Mr. and Mrs. Mohgan, and they sell prata. So here is actually one of the top 2 favorite, like I said, prata I can find in Singapore. Here, what I ordered was 2 plain prata and 1 egg prata. So this is the plain prata. The plain prata here, first of all, freshly made, so it's nice and crunchy. Actually not crunchy, crispy and not hard too. And the inside there has almost like a doughy inside texture to it. When you eat it together with the curry, the layered texture of the prata actually helps to complement together with the curry. So you have the crispy outside, the doughy inside texture, and together with the curry goes very well together and complements each other very well. And I also ordered a egg prata. So egg prata is like the same as the previous one, it's also crispy. When the layer of the prata together, where there's the egg inside there, there's an extra fluffiness to the prata as compared to just with the prata itself. And like I said, it goes very well together with the curry. The curry here is I think maybe a fish curry together with a vegetable curry mixed together. A bit of a chili powder taste, but goes very well together with the prata. And lastly, we are at the number 1, the best, in my opinion, prata in Singapore. And it brings us all the way to Bedok Road. And along this row of shop houses at the end here, there's this shop called Mahamoodiya restaurant. And here is where we're going to have our prata. Yes, this shop. So at the end of the row here, this shop here is where we're going to have the prata. So in this shop, I actually ordered 2 plain prata. And you can see here, this prata here, first of all, it's cooked very nicely, and it's served together with 2 types of curry. And the prata first of all has a very nice fried savory taste to it. And then on the outside is crispy, on the inside is fluffy, and goes very well together with the vegetable curry you see on top there. And when you bite into it, it has a fantastic mouthfeel to it, and it's a mixture of both crispiness and chewiness working together with the curry to make a flavor explosion into your mouth, which makes this my most favorite prata in Singapore. It's totally good, totally delicious. And so, this, in my opinion, is the best pratas in Singapore, the top 5. I've listed it for you, so now it's your turn. You have to come down and try all these delicious prata. Some places are open 24 hours, so it's just that it may be a bit out of the way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this top 5 list, the top 5 list of the best pratas in Singapore. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, please do me a favor, please help me by liking my video, sharing my video, and subscribing to my channel. You don't have to, but I will appreciate it if you do, and if you can get your family members, your friends, your acquaintances, your co-workers, your colleagues to do the same, I will really appreciate it. And lastly, but the most important thing, the thing that you must do is to join me for my next food adventure. See you then. Bye bye.